given that lull that they had, that good 4 or 5 minute stretch where they weren't grabbing any rebounds, missing tons of shots, you know, they had a pretty nice finish to the half, and they're only down by 8. Only got a turnover there with LaRon Barnes.
So because Memphis is looking to go inside most of the time, it's a good one. Puts a lot more responsibility on the guard ball pressure from Houston. Those guards have got to step up and make it difficult. You can't just have a free open look into Shaq Goodwin. That makes it too easy. That's a free and open look. That'll work.
Dotson on the nice feed from Galen Robinson. Find him alone in the restricted area. A foul away from the ball, knocking over LaRon Barnes. And how about this feed to Dotson? Nobody close.
Galen Robinson reading it, just going to get the switchback, hands off to Dotson.
It was Pollard who zipped that one inside.
Just a quick exchange too. You know, those kind of plays you got to really look for them because they're not going to be open for that long.
Something we often see from Pollard. Houston within 6. Dotson reverses out. Robinson reset. 6 to shoot. Robinson accelerating to the goal. And the Cougars are within 4. Big collision after the fact. And a blind one at that. Ricky Tarrant and Galen Robinson coming together. Neither one, I think, was looking where the other was. Of course, everyone backtracking with after the shot.
The landing was extremely awkward. You see Robinson Jr.
Oh yeah,
trying to get it. Only 3 separate bang 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 plays there.
Cougars starting the half 2 for 2.
A couple guys with headaches tomorrow morning.
Goodwin and 1. Shaq Goodwin. You know, we're talking about how much he's contributed. His first points since the 8-minute mark of that first bucket, at least since the 8-minute mark, getting to the line a lot.
Takes his first dribble and the back of his heel's already touching the block, so it doesn't take much for him to overpower Houston's defense. See how important it has been to go inside, attack the rim, play with aggressiveness. The Memphis offense that was missing Austin Nichols this year, missing some of your other starters due to injury. You got to make your mark somewhere. You see 14 attempts at the line for the Tigers this evening.
Pollard likes that spot from 17, 18 feet out, and a battle for the loose ball. Bertrand Nakawi trying to go behind the back of Dedrick Lawson.
Mates, you guys help me out a little bit.
Yeah. And they called that foul away from that tussle of all things. It was on Ricky Tarrant, and that's his 4th foul.
That's where you see those wide receivers sometimes catch the pass behind their defender.
Pollard inching in, trying to bulldoze his way to the goal, and he gets a lucky bounce.
Not sure how he found separation.
Yeah.
Seemed like that ball was kind of stuck on Goodwin's hip and ran right into him. Somehow able to push him away just long enough to shoot it.
Goodwin doubled down low, reversed it back out. Houston doing all the close out shooters, and LaRon Barnes with a big swat. Shot clock doesn't reset, and Memphis does well to keep their composure. Lawson getting the final touch.
So again, it's not about the initial effort, it's the second one.
Yep.
So a great defensive play there by Houston, but Lawson paying attention, seeing the ball come right off the hands of the block, grab it, and put it back up. That was a nice move.
Speaks to the offensive rebounding ability this Memphis team has. Regroup, get another look.
That
Pollard with 4.
was nice.
And Pollard got rejected by Goodwin. Long lead pass tipped away and will stay with the Tigers. Don't forget that Iowa State game. I think Matt Fick Tim Welsh standing by in Texas. How about this hustle to get back up court and deflect this outlet pass?
Yeah, Bertrand and Callie. A little extra effort. Good thing he had something to stop him at the end there. Just like he didn't run into anybody.
Oh, another rejection. And Callie got the tip, got the block. Bertrand and Callie really grown a lot over the last few weeks. Kelvin Sampson's made note of that. Really impressed in practice and seeing the fruits of that labor. Pollard, smooth.
He feels good off the pick and pop. You know, that's a natural exchange and movement, and then the catch and shoot for him. Something that Memphis has proven they really haven't been able to guard this evening. He's had some nice shots there from the corner, some of the pick and pop moving without the basketball, but the middle so wide open for the Tigers, continuing to dominate points in the paint.
Markel Crawford none the worse for wear after getting hit up high with an elbow. Yeah, that dominance, you just saw it flash on the screen. 28 points in the paint. The Memphis 55. Robinson slicing through to finish with the right hand.
I really like his edge, the way he plays with, past history of excellence.
Oh, Craig Randall, that's not a conventional release. Turned about 45 degrees from the basket and knocks down the three to make it an 8-point lead. Craig Randall doing well as Pollard answers at the other end. And all of a sudden,
a little shooting flow here.
I was going to say.
The rhythm is back.
Good first half shooting-wise. The numbers reflected that. Even with the lulls from Houston. Both teams shooting above 50%.
Knock off 12th ranked SMU, 71-68.
Packed house at Hopkins Pavilion for a thriller of a game. Both games between SMU and Houston, absolute thrillers, and perhaps proving this Houston team can hang with anyone and can beat anyone in the conference. That'll make it really dangerous come tournament time. And they've stemmed the bleeding here. After Memphis really carved up the paint in the early going, Houston has responded in kind by attacking.
Sometimes it's just about attitude. That has to do with your rebounds, your offensive putbacks, what you convert off those. And a good drive to the bucket there from Memphis. Sam Kraft, who got an earful from Josh Pastner heading to that timeout.
Houston has found much more success the last few possessions in the paint. Sam Kraft out of the body up Robinson. Ron Barnes off the shot fake. And resetting with Dotson, or rather with Pollard. Meyer trying to make a couple moves, had the ball knocked out of his hands. Randall no, and it will stay with Memphis. 8-point lead for the Tigers over Houston at Hopkins Pavilion. The rematch of our A crew there with Dan Shulman and Jay Billis. And how about the half dozen teams ranked in the Big 12? A logjam near the top of the conference that will be broken, assuming West Virginia doesn't factor into things on Saturday as well.
I mean, take your pick. Iowa State was as hot could be, and it's interesting to sort of not hear or say their name as much yet. You look and you're like, well, wait, they still have 6 conference wins. They still have George Yang. So you've got talent, you've got experience, 5 starters in double figures. Like I said, the Big 12 is just so big time.
We'll get to see Cyclones coming up next. A takeaway for Houston, but bounce pass from Ronnie Johnson, a little bit behind West Van Beck. They get it right back. Pollard one-on-one. Count it, and the foul. Houston scrapping for every inch. And Pollard will head to the line.
He's had a terrific evening. 17 points on 8 of 16 shooting, and the heads-up steal here. That's right. You take that ball and you go right to the rim for your and one opportunity now with his 19th point. With that and one going for his 20th here. Exactly what Kelvin Sampson needed. Rob Gray Jr., your leading scorer on the team in the conference. Will find somebody willing to put up a 20 to 25 point night in his absence.
Houston refuses to go away. Both teams shooting at a tremendous rate, still north of 50%. And Devonta Pollard has 9 of Houston's 15 second-half points. Great rotation. 3-ball Woodson, no. Offensive rebound for the Tigers. Lawson has it. Good win, a little hesitation, couldn't finish. Still they couldn't finish. And a loose ball foul with West Van Beck colliding into Dietrich Lawson. 4 or 5 tries at the rim, and they couldn't get it to go.
It's a little confusing why I'm not seeing Shaq Goodwin finish with a dunk. I'm thinking he's going to grab this ball in the short pump fake, right? Go up there and make a statement. Rip that rim down.
Well, there's nobody from Houston, at least from what we've seen so far, that can body up with him.
He needs to shake the rim.
Long three-pointer is pure. And Avery Woodson couldn't get the first one to go, got the next one. Houston with a response. LaRon Barnes responding in kind. And the lead back down to 5.
In different varieties, these teams have responded to each other's runs. Memphis with that big one, though, that 24-4 run in the first half has been the difference in the game. But here's Houston climbing, fighting their way back, battling on the boards. Some teammates, teamwork out there. Bertrand and Callie getting some support from his guys, knowing the tough job that lies ahead of him for the next few minutes and trying to keep Goodwin off the boards. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Jumper off the mark from Sam Kraft. The other way, they found the jump shooter. Ronnie Johnson had an awkward look leaning to his right, and Memphis catching a piece of him. So Ronnie Johnson will shoot free throws when we return. Houston, 5 of their last 5 from the field, and the margin down to 5 points. Since then, 8 of his last 12, 18 points. Add that up for his 20 to lead the Cougars and to lead this game. Houston at the line has made it a 4-point game.
You have to have stars other than your one star. If you're going to be a legitimate contender in the American Athletic Conference, Rob Gray Jr. is not going to be the one guy to get you there. So you have to have other guys that can step their game.
Takeaway here. A bad reversal. Wes Van Beck picks up the loose ball. Ronnie Johnson patiently working this offense. Pollard, spot-up jumper, makes it a 2-point game. Another takeaway. And it's Wes Van Beck again getting the ball in his hands. Foul's going to be on the floor here. Ronnie Johnson blowing by. But Houston attacking the goal. Goes all the way back to Pollard and how he started it. Jeremiah Martin with the foul on the floor. That's Memphis's 5th. And Van Beck stand back. Pollard on Goodwin, and Goodwin got the better of it. Numbers for Memphis. Crawford the floater, and it's waved off on an offensive foul.
Well, what a recovery from Houston and Ronnie Johnson to get that charge. Not the right decision for Pollard. Don't go up amongst the trees. And some talented shot blockers. The recovery. Ronnie Johnson getting set up into place.
Even though you had Dietrich Lawson leading the break, Houston doing well to set up defensively. Nicali, offensive rebound. Nearly tied it. Houston doing better on the offensive glass. Their 9th of the game. Wide open 3. Woodson knocks it down. And right as Houston edges closer to Memphis, the Tigers with another 3-ball to pull away once again.
So Houston's biggest strength, their offensive rebounding. doesn't come through and results in a 5-point swing. Instead of getting 2, you lose 3.
Memphis now 6 of 10 from deep. Pollard so tough to break through on Goodwin. Van Beck leaked it back out, and another turnover. 2 out of the last 3 Houston possessions have resulted in turnovers, and there's Shaq Goodwin to throw it down. Ask and you shall receive.
And the extra work that he was putting in before and after practice, taking his game seriously, your diet seriously, what you're eating, what your attitude is like. And there's so many of these young players, it doesn't have to do a lot of times with your skill as much as it has to do with your attitude. How about that?
Barnes and the foul. Barnes coming from behind the play to get the stuff and the harm.
One of the quiet leaders on this team, but there's nothing quiet about this play. That's what I'm talking about. That's the offensive rebound and the putback with the exclamation point.
And it results in a 4th foul for Trayshawn Burrell. Memphis all of a sudden in foul trouble. Burrell has 4. Ricky Tarrant has been sitting most of the second half with 4 fouls. Houston within 4. Nice hesitation dribble from Martin trying to thread the needle, and Lawson jockeying for position with an offensive foul. That's his 3rd. And the 8th for the Tigers.
Josh Pashner trying to plead that he didn't extend that elbow. Foul trouble could quickly creep up in this game.
I'll tell you what's creeped up for Houston is turnover trouble. Jumper goes for Dedrick Lawson.
So that kills you. A turnover leads to a 3. That's another 5-point swing.
Check that. That's Burrell on the 3. The other way, a foul. You can see why he's frustrated. And you wonder how big a swing that'll be as Pollard hits them both. He's up to 24, and the Cougars retain possession.
It certainly didn't seem like any excessive contact. And I didn't necessarily see anything hit above the shoulders either. Unless there was a look I missed, but a little confusing.
Yeah.
A little confusing, definitely.
Robinson misfires on the floater.
I don't know if that warranted a play before.
Lawson off the mark and a loose ball foul. As Jeremiah Martin trying to come in behind the play. Check that, Woodson coming in behind the play. That's the 4th foul on Damian Dotson. Dotson with 11 points. Five-point lead for the Tigers. These teams near the cut line of the American for a first-round bye in the conference tournament. Nice take to the rim, and the finish for Kedron Johnson. Transfer from Vanderbilt. And that lead, which has gotten as little as 2 in the second half. Houston just hasn't been able to get over the hump. Top shot again.
Still hot.
Devonta Pollard with a career-high 26. He doesn't wow you with his strength or skill, but man, can he score when he is on.
He's got a very smooth shot about him, and he doesn't give it away when he's about to pull the trigger. That's one of the good qualities about a scorer is their poker face, right? If I'm playing defense on you and I see that little twinkle in your eye, I know you're going to shoot it. So my job as a good defender is to catch you right before that twinkle and try to get my hand on the ball, contest, and do what I got to do. So a great job by Pollard not giving that away. He's keeping Shaq Goodwin guessing. That's not easy to do. There it is again. Oh, money! Give him the ball again!
28! the second half alone.
It was a second half run against SMU, which is what got Houston the win.
Great entry feed, and Dietrich Lawson gaining a little bit of space with that arm bar, makes it a 5-point lead for Memphis.
Right? You go on this run and then you realize, oh, the stability of the Memphis front court.
Dotson off the curl, hits the J. Dotson now has 13. 3-point game again. Shooting night that has not diminished at all for either side. And an easy move for Dietrich Lawson to spin on the baseline. Barnes, got it!
It was a rhythm 3 for Barnes.
Houston 4 for their last 4 from the field. And they're within 2, nearly a turnover. Jonathan Martin lost it. Robinson asking for a hell ball, and he'll get it.
That's right, it is 100% of mindset. Houston has proven this season they can score. They've proven they can shoot. You put those pieces together, put a little patience with it, you blend that with the right timing of aggressiveness. And this Houston team is as dangerous as any in the American Conference.
Pollard backing his way in, got the contact, and he can give Houston the lead at the line. Markel Crawford wants to know where and how Devonta Pollard will not be denied tonight.
Backing down again. Just, on that quick swipe, perhaps. Let's see.
Tough.
I'm not sure, but
Another offensive rebound, though. And a good timeout. Houston recognizing the trap. Laurent at the start of that. Pollard and Dotson, the way those two have factored in. They have done that again tonight. 30 for Pollard, 13 for Dotson.
feels like a brand new ball game. Here we are, 5 minutes left, tied. And both teams have been able to find their rhythm at different points of the evening, trying to answer and one-up each other.
Robinson attacking, will head to the line.
I think that the message has been consistent for both clubs, and that's to try to attack. And each one saying, try to stop me. And they have a technical.
Yeah, I was going to say, at the back end of this, there was a technical foul. Avery Woodson getting teed up at the back end of this. And this is after the initial touch foul that sent Galen Robinson to the line, and that's now the second additional foul for Memphis. Remember, they had that flagrant one issued to Shaq Goodwin earlier on. How important might those points be at the free throw line later on?
And that could be an extremely critical call to kind of go back and really look through. Because again, I didn't see anything in that Goodwin foul to deem it flagrant. Let's go back and watch this here, just the exchange.
We saw the back end of that. It seems to me there was, you heard an exchange after the whistle. We didn't hear what was said, but something else must have gone on there. First lead of the half for Houston. And remember, they have the free throws from the common foul as well. And this should be 2 for Galen Robinson. Houston otherwise has been pretty decent from the line tonight. 12 of 17. Galen Robinson, despite the 2 misses, in double figures, and a loose ball foul on Markel Crawford. And Josh Pastner can only watch on in amazement. 3 straight sequences where a Memphis foul sends Houston to the line, just piling on at the free throw line.
It's crunch time for Memphis. They've got to get in better position. So I think right now Houston getting the slight inside edge and trying to fight for that is what's leading to some of these under the basket fouls.
So they called a lane violation on the free throw, not a foul. Markel Crawford, they wanted to clear that up at the bench because Markel Crawford had turned his way back. They wanted to clear that up with the scores. So. And all of a sudden, a 14-4 run for Houston has given them the lead in the second half. Deep three ball on the way, off the heel of the rim. Robinson chasing down the loose ball. And it's
all arms, your own weight, a lot of twisting and turning and pulling in that series. And he's taking so much contact tonight and still out there playing hard.
Nice dump off in the jam for Goodwin. Good recognition from Markel Crawford that Goodwin was inching in down the lane.
And the flash, the quick recognition, the touch pass, and you see how quickly he turns, the catch and shoot, the catch and dunk.
1-point game. What a throw this has turned into. Dotson, yes! Damian Dotson has 19. And
That's
Houston,
his sweet spot.
6 for their last 6.
He loves coming off of that screen, the catch and shoot rhythm.
Great ball off the mark from Avery. Of course, all those, one, the flagrant, then the technical, added to the misery, and a 5-point lead for Houston. Crawford stepping in from the corner. In and out. And the rebound for Dotson. Houston getting after it on the glass in this second half. Under 7 to shoot. Trouble for Pollard.
You kidding me? How are you going to bank it on the left side with your left hand?
And a block from behind by Bertrand McCallie. Pollard has 32. And a whistle here behind the play. How in the world did he hit this?
Alex, I have no idea. I really don't. But this Houston club shooting 70% is the only answer that I can give you, because that shot in between 2 Memphis defenders, Markel Crawford, Shaq Goodwin, all over you. You find a little space as the shot clock's running down, and then you bank it?
Okay.
I'm so confused. A tough shot. And then the other end of the floor here. Take a look.
Yeah, they want to check if that block was clean or whether it was a goaltend. No signal initially. They've gone to the monitor. And that looked clearly like it was before it hit the glass.
Yeah.
Memphis inbounding all the way into their backcourt. Here's Pastner's club. Has just not found an answer yet. Nice work by Dietrich Lawson to slow things down in the baseline. And a whistle before the ball can begin, but for Devonta Pollard. 32 points and just making it look easy.
Yeah, he does. There hasn't been full-out denial defense. He's gotten his points through defense, some of them anyways, just by The heads up, the extra energy play. Shaq Goodwin gonna step out on him, the little shake to get loose. And then this play, I don't understand where in the world you're gonna find room to hit it off the glass. When you're on the left side of the floor, you're shooting the ball with your left hand from the corner. That's crazy.
No player for Houston has scored 32 points at all this season until Pollard's night tonight. 21 in the second half alone. And now for Memphis, in foul trouble. What do you do? Where do you go?
Contest and box out, make him take a difficult shot. And whatever you do, try to keep the ball out of Pollard's hand.
There's another offensive.
What do we do? I feel like we're playing more aggressive, but not getting the steals and deflections. Instead, they're getting called for fouls, getting frustrated with it. Houston just found their stroke.
Seven-point lead once again. Largest lead for Houston now. Goodwin sitting on 4 fouls. McCauley in his face came up short, and it will stay with the Tigers. You just get the sense Memphis still lurking. They have all their weapons still out on the floor. Woodson got it in to Goodwin. Goodwin bumped by McCauley. Goodwin splits the pair. 6-point lead for the Cougars. Under 2 minutes to go. Trying to get some separation in the middle of the American pack. Came into the day 6th in the league, a half game up on the Tigers. Trying to get out of that zone and get a first-round bye in the tournament coming up in just about a month's time. Robinson with under 10 gets to the goal. And the largest lead of the night for Houston.
He was a difference maker early. He really set the standard for the amount of energy this team was going to play with, and then Pollard simply took over.
3 ball off the mark. Tap out to Robinson.
On
Memphis,
the floor again.
Right place, right time. He had a regroup. Minutes ago, another 3 ball off the mark. Another board for Houston. And a foul as...
So dominated by Memphis that first half. You saw Shaq Goodwin in there thinking, well, that's the way that this game's probably going to go. A lot of points in the paint, but Houston responded, a lot of moxie, and hey, you're that hot from the outside. Some nights you just can't help it.
Houston, 20 points per game in his last 3 coming into the day. So under a minute to go. Houston by 7. And Memphis in need of some kind of spark. I mean, Houston, the way their second half has gone, they've made 8 of their last 9 shots from the field. Hard to compete with that. There's a foul here. Now we'll send Ronnie Johnson to the line. So we'll head to the studio, and East Shroff, Adrian Branch. Let's get an update on what's going on. I'm sorry, excuse me. We'll get to... Of course, we got Iowa State coming up next. And just what has been a thrilling Big 12 season to follow. Cyclones have, with all the attention on Kansas and Oklahoma, flown a bit under the radar, as you mentioned earlier, but under a minute to go here.
Those players, they love playing for Steve Prohm. He's done a fantastic job there. Success at Murray State, now success at Iowa State.
This ball foul here on Ronnie Johnson. Eight-point gap, and for Memphis, just 2 of their last 8 from the field. Their players in foul trouble. This is nice to stop the clock, get some free throws. Though Craig Randall hasn't exactly had many opportunities this year.
This game's still a long way from being over. You know, Memphis knows how to get to the free throw line. Can they do it Enough times here in 40 seconds to make enough of a comeback.
Randall's got them both. Not bad for not seeing much action from the line this year. Markel Crawford returns. Offense-defense substitution. LaRon Barnes able to get it in. And a quick foul. Jonathan Martin, one of the few Tigers who isn't in foul trouble. That's his third. But it stops the clock with 38-6 remaining.
And that's about as fired up as I've seen Josh Pastner in a while. He was saying he felt the foul was called before he even put any hands on him and touched him. But either way, the clock is stopped here. But I think what he felt like was there was about to be a possible turnover.
Dotson now up to 20. Fabian Dotson, the only Houston player who has started every game this season. You mentioned transfer from Oregon. And Houston has done well to convert at the line. Under 30 to go. And Memphis refusing to go away. Houston kind of letting them score, and the Tigers nearly coming up with a turnover there. He's a little bit skittish after the jam from Craig Randall. He'll get the foul here, but Memphis nearly came away with that.
Yeah, Houston needs to be a little more eager about closing this game. You feel them almost trying not to lose, just being very conservative, make sure the pass gets from point A to point B. But your aggressive play is what got you here for the win. It's Pollard with his 33rd point of the evening.
How locked in does he look?
He just looks relaxed. I mean, he looks like, just give me the ball, I'm in the zone. I'll take it.
21 to go, deep three, off the mark, long rebound, punched up in the air. Well done by Avery Woodson to get a touch to that on the long rebound. And a foul here on Dotson will send Memphis to the line. Dotson has now fouled out. Still a long way to climb for Memphis, but at least it stops the clock, and they can get points here tonight for Damian Dotson, adding that secondary scoring punch. But he will sit. Son Burrell got early foul trouble, haven't heard much from him, but he now has 10. And he'll quickly sub out with Crawford returning. Get Crawford only with 2 fouls. Barnes to get it in. Running the baseline, much cleaner that time to Robinson, and a quick foul.
It's efficient. You don't want to waste any time. You don't get that foul. Try to foul within that first second. So
Avery Woodson with his 4th. And now it's up to the freshman Galen Robinson to tack on from the line.
if there's one player on this Houston team that has a history of winning, it is Galen Robinson. 3 straight high school state championships.
And a Houston team that, I think rightfully so, coaches around the league saying this could be a team that makes some waves in the American tournament come March. Don't forget Iowa State, Texas Tech coming up next. Memphis with the last gasp here. Burrell behind the back, put it up. Memphis unable to grab the rebound. Wes Van Beck to dribble it out. And the Houston Cougars improve to 7.